My name is Meredith Shaw.
Megan Steen.
David Nivens.
Andrew Sharp.
Barbara Buffalo.
I'm a musician in the mid-Missouri area, and I'm also a career consultant. In 2007, and maybe just a little bit earlier, we started noticing that my mother there were just some things that later, as more of us gather, we start to go, that was a little weird.
My grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. I just remember the impact that it had on not only like our family and just watching my dad be a caregiver a lot and kind of like step in to assist a lot, but just the memories and the difference of my experience with him compared to kind of the rest of our family.
My first experience with it was at a pretty young age. My great-grandmother. Our experience with her was very different than my grandmother. There wasn't much of a diagnosis back then, but we noticed a change, and it happened pretty abruptly.
I grew up in Moberly, just 30 miles north of here. 2003, my great uncle was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it wasn't but a few years later, my grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. It was just really, really awful for everybody to go through and to understand how different this disease is from everything else that we know of.
I've been mayor for a little bit over a year now. Before that, for over a decade, I was the sustainability manager for the city of Columbia. When my mom was 65 years old, we started to notice just some small memory issues that seemed to be more than somebody of her age. On one hand, I was thankful to have that early diagnosis because we were able to put into place a lot of the plans. I was able to ask questions about what her choices would be once she didn't have the capability to make those choices. But at the same time, it also means that I lost my mom a long time ago.
And what was taken away from her just kills me sometimes. When you share these things, I get messages from people who say, oh, my mom, we did the same thing happen, and I didn't have anybody to talk to. People want to talk about this, and sometimes it feels so alone.
I got involved with the Alzheimer's Association a few years ago as part of the walk committee, and it's been amazing to just learn about the services that are provided to the community and to families that are impacted. And like I said, that our family never knew about.
Through advancements in treatments and other things, she was able to kind of live a longer, sustained life as, dealing with it. But it was a long time. It was 20 years. I think because of the advances in treatments and the ability to diagnose it sooner allowed her to kind of have a longer, fruitful life.
He died in 2014. Right as Logboat was getting started. So we started the Ales for Alzheimer's golf tournament, and that was just kind of an ode to him. Quickly became kind of our number one charity we wanted to support locally and try to just get the education out there.
The Alzheimer's Association website had great checklists for me that I went through to kind of be like, okay, this is how to do a power of attorney. Here's what it means. Oh, there's two kinds, property and medical. So I think those sort of things made it easier for me, and I encourage others to do the same thing.
And this walk is one of those things that, it supports a great, great cause and the education behind all of it, but it's really just getting together and supporting what other people are going through. It's a network, and not everybody understands it, but you want to help your friends and your family and try to be champions for them.